hidden phone settings you should turn on right now. Hello everyone. You are on the Digital Fresh channel. The moment you unlock your phone, you step into a world of hidden mechanisms, silent switches, and invisible controls that shape every tap, swipe, and notification. Most people glide through their daily routines, unaware that beneath the surface of their sleek devices lies a labyrinth of settings, some dormant, some dangerous, others astonishingly powerful. What if your phone already knows where you'll be tomorrow morning? What if it's been recording your voice without your permission? What if a single toggle could protect your data from hackers, spies, or even your own forgetfulness? The truth is stranger than fiction. And the journey begins not in a lab, but in the settings menu you've never dared to explore. Your phone is not just a tool. It is a digital twin. It tracks your heartbeat, your location, your sleep patterns, the apps you open at 3 in the morning, the songs you skip, the photos you delete twice before finally sending. Every action leaves a trace. And while manufacturers promise convenience, they often bury the tools that give you control deep within layers of menus, camouflaged behind vague labels like advanced or developer options. These are not accidents. They are design choices. Because the less you know, the more your phone can do. And what it does when you're not looking might shock you. Let's begin with something simple, the microphone. You've probably noticed that some apps ask for permission to use it. Voice assistants, video calls, voice memos, seems harmless. But did you know that even when no app is actively using it, your phone might still be listening? Not in the way you think. It's not recording full conversations. Instead, it uses a feature called hot word detection. This means your device is constantly analyzing ambient sound, waiting for a trigger word, like Hey Siri or OK Google. The processing happens locally, on your phone, not in the cloud. But here's the catch. This feature is always on by default. And while Apple and Google claim it's secure, researchers have demonstrated that it can be tricked. A team from the University of Michigan once showed that carefully crafted audio signals, inaudible to humans, could activate voice assistants and make them perform actions, like opening malicious websites or sending messages, without the user's knowledge. The fix? Turn off Listen for Hey Siri or OK Google detection when you're not using it. Go to Settings, then Siri or Google Assistant, and disable the feature. You'll regain a sliver of privacy and silence the digital ear that never sleeps. Now, shift your attention to location services. You might think you've got this under control. You've turned off location for social media apps, right? But here's what you missed. Even when location is off for an app, your phone can still infer where you are. How? Through Wi-Fi scanning. Even if you're not connected to a network, your phone constantly searches for nearby Wi-Fi signals. Each router has a unique identifier, and databases like Google's Wi-Fi geolocation database use these to pinpoint your location within meters. This data is collected silently, often without explicit consent. In 2012, Apple faced a scandal when it was revealed that iPhones were storing unencrypted location logs for over a year. The company claimed it was for improving services, but the logs were accessible to anyone with physical access to the device. Today, the practice continues, but more discreetly. To stop it, go to Settings, then Privacy, then Location Services, and scroll down to System Services. There, disable networking and wireless and location-based Apple ads. On Android, go to Settings, then Google, then Location, and turn off Wi-Fi scanning and Bluetooth scanning. You'll lose some convenience, like automatic network switching, but you'll also stop your phone from whispering your whereabouts to the world. Another hidden danger lies in backups. You probably back up your phone to the cloud, right? It feels safe. But cloud backups are not as secure as you think. iCloud and Google Drive encrypt your data, yes, but they hold the keys. That means if a hacker breaches the cloud provider, or if a government issues a warrant, your photos, messages, and passwords could be exposed. In 2016, a massive iCloud breach led to the leak of private photos of celebrities. Apple claimed the breach was due to targeted phishing, not a flaw in encryption, but the damage was done. The solution? Use end-to-end encrypted backups. On iPhone, go to Settings, then your name, then iCloud, then iCloud Backup, and enable end-to-end encrypted backup. This means only you hold the key. Even Apple cannot access your data. On Android, the options are more limited, but you can use third-party apps like Cryptometer to encrypt files before uploading them. Yes, it's less convenient. But ask yourself, is convenience worth the risk of someone seeing your private moments? Now, let's talk about something most people ignore: battery health. Your phone's battery is not just a power source. It's a sensor. As it degrades, it changes behavior, charging slower, draining faster. But modern phones use this data in unexpected ways. For example, iOS has a feature called Battery Health that monitors your battery's maximum capacity. If it drops below 80%, the system may throttle performance to prevent unexpected shutdowns. This happened in 2017, when Apple admitted to slowing down older iPhones. The backlash was enormous. Users felt betrayed. Apple later apologized and reduced the price of battery replacements. But the practice continues. And here's the twist: you can disable it. On iPhone, go to Settings, then Battery Health, and turn off Peak Performance capability. But be warned, doing so might cause your phone to shut down unexpectedly under heavy load. Still, the choice should be yours, not Apple's. Another overlooked setting is screen recording detection. Some apps, especially banking and streaming services, can detect when you're recording your screen. They do this to prevent piracy, but they can also use it to track your behavior. For example, if you're recording a video call, the app might log that action and flag your account. Worse, some apps use this data to infer what you're doing, even if you're not recording. The detection works by checking for specific system processes. On iOS, screen recording triggers a red bar at the top of the screen. On Android, it shows a notification. But there's no setting to disable the detection itself. The only way to avoid it is to not record, or use a secondary device to film your screen. It's a workaround, not a fix, and it highlights a disturbing trend. Apps are watching how you interact with your phone, not just what you do. Let's dive deeper. Have you ever wondered why your phone gets slower over time? Part of it is software bloat, apps updating, cache files piling up. But another factor is something called thermal throttling. When your phone overheats, it slows down to protect itself. This is normal. But some manufacturers use this as an excuse to degrade performance preemptively. Samsung, for instance, has been accused of limiting processor speed during extended gaming sessions, even when temperatures are safe. The justification? Battery preservation. The effect? A frustrating user experience. To fight back, avoid using your phone in direct sunlight. Remove thick cases when charging. And close background apps that generate heat. But there's more. Some Android phones have a game booster mode that actually increases performance. Find it in Settings, then Battery, then Power mode. Switch to a high performance when needed. Just don't leave it on. Your battery will suffer. Now, consider notifications. They seem harmless. A buzz, a flash, a message. But they are a gateway. Every notification can reveal sensitive information. Your latest text, your calendar event, your bank alert. And they appear even when your phone is locked. This is called lock screen notifications. To control them, go to Settings, then Notifications, then select each app and disable Show on Lock Screen. Do this for messaging apps, email, and banking apps. You'll still get alerts, but only after you unlock your device. This simple step can prevent someone from reading your private messages over your shoulder. And it's especially important in public places. Another critical setting is app permissions. Most people grant permissions without thinking. This app needs access to your contacts. Allow. We tap OK and move on. But these permissions accumulate. Over time, dozens of apps have access to your microphone, camera, location, and files. Some misuse it. In 2019, a popular flashlight app was found to be collecting location data and selling it to advertisers. The app had no legitimate need for location, yet millions granted it. To clean up, go to Settings, then Privacy, then Permissions. Review each category: location, microphone, camera, contacts, calendar, and files. Revoke access for apps that don't need it. For example, does your calculator need your location? No. Does your wallpaper app need your microphone? Absolutely not. Be ruthless. The fewer permissions you grant, the safer you are. Now, let's talk about something few users know exists: the Find My network. On Apple devices, this feature allows you to locate lost items, even if they're offline. How? Through a crowdsourced network. Other iPhones nearby detect a Bluetooth signal from your lost device and report its location to Apple, without knowing who you are. It's anonymous, encrypted, and secure. But it also means your phone is constantly scanning for lost devices. This uses battery and raises privacy questions. Could someone misuse this network to track people? Apple says no. The system uses rotating identifiers and end-to-end encryption. But in 2021, researchers found a theoretical vulnerability that could allow tracking if a device was compromised. The risk is low, but it exists. If you're concerned, you can disable Find My iPhone when not needed. But weigh the benefits. This feature has helped recover thousands of lost phones. Another hidden gem is the Emergency SOS feature. On iPhone, pressing the power button 5 times quickly calls emergency services and sends your location to contacts. On Android, it's often a rapid press of the power button or a specific gesture. This can save lives, but it can also be triggered accidentally. Imagine dropping your phone in your pocket. Suddenly, an ambulance is on its way. To prevent this, go to Settings, then Emergency SOS, and disable Call with Side button or adjust the countdown. You can also add emergency contacts. This way, if you do trigger it, your loved ones will know. But remember, this feature uses GPS, cellular, and Wi-Fi to pinpoint your location. It's active even when location services are off. So if privacy is your top concern, consider disabling it. But think carefully. This could be the difference between life and death. Let's not forget about accessibility features. They're designed for people with disabilities, but they can also boost security. For example, voice control allows you to operate your phone with your voice, but it can also be used to bypass certain security checks. In 2020, a researcher demonstrated that voice control could be used to unlock a phone by issuing commands like Tap Face ID or Swipe Up. Apple fixed the flaw, but it revealed a deeper issue. Accessibility tools are powerful, and sometimes too powerful. To protect yourself, ensure that voice control is disabled unless you need it. Go to Settings, then Accessibility, then Voice Control, and turn it off. The same goes for Switch Control and Assistive Touch. They're helpful, but they're also potential backdoors. Now, consider the Analytics and Improvement setting. Both iOS and Android collect usage data to improve their systems. This includes app crashes, performance metrics, and even how you type. Apple claims this data is anonymized and encrypted. Google says it's used to personalize ads. But the truth is murky. In 2018, it was revealed that some Android phones sent unencrypted data to Google, including timestamps and app usage. Google denied wrongdoing, but the data was real. To stop it, go to Settings, then Privacy, then Analytics. Disable Share iPhone Analytics and share with app developers. On Android, go to Settings, then Google, then Account Services, then Search, Assistant and Voice, then Voice and Audio Activity, and turn it off. You'll lose some personalization, but you'll also stop feeding the data machine. Finally, there's a setting so obscure, even tech experts overlook it: motion calibration and distance. On iPhone, this feature uses your movement to improve location accuracy. It tracks steps, altitude changes, and walking patterns. It's used for fitness apps and navigation. But it also means your phone knows how much you walk, when you walk, and where. This data is stored locally, but it can be accessed if your phone is compromised. To disable it, go to Settings, then Privacy, then Location Services, then System Services, and turn off motion calibration and distance. You'll lose step counting in some apps, but you'll also erase a detailed log of your physical activity. The truth is, your phone is smarter than you think. And that's both its power and its danger. Every setting, every toggle, every permission is a choice. Most people never make those choices consciously. They accept defaults, trust manufacturers, and assume safety. But the digital world is not kind to the unaware. The settings you ignore today could expose you tomorrow. So take a moment. Open your phone. Dive into the menus. Turn off what you don't need. Lock down what you must protect. Because in the end, your phone should serve you, not the other way around. And the first step to regaining control is knowing what's hidden in plain sight. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell.